for the serious gamer.
Hey, it's Spider by NextGenTactics.com. This is our Search and Destroy Rush Series Estate Defense video. This is my typical class and Killstreak configuration, but I might possibly be using something else. This is our backside A rush, and we'll typically do this one round per game, depending on how it works out. If you do run into enemies, then you probably don't want to do it the second time around and just create some variation. But you got to keep an eye on the right side. We want to stick to the left, but your eye is trained on the right-hand side of the screen because this is where they're going to come up. And when multiple enemies come up, you do run into a bit of trouble. And we got pretty lucky there. We went through our entire clip on the MP5K, and then had to switch to the Magnum and pretty much emptied the clip on that thing too. If there was a fourth guy there, we'd be pretty much dead. So we're going to Claymore that spot. I didn't take time to check if the bomb was there or not. I probably should have done that, but I Claymored it just in case. So if the bomb is there and somebody comes up, then they have to go past the Claymore. Now there is some action at B side, and you always got to keep an eye out on your radar and listen. And our teammates end up finishing the enemy players off. So this is actually the second round of that same game, and typically in our tutorials we'll just piece together rounds from various games. Sometimes we'll put up a full game, but this just happens to be the second round of that same game. And what we're doing here, because we ran into three of them coming around the backside A the last time, we're going to flank them this time. And what do you know? Look at that. We catch the one guy. Now, you always have to keep an eye on your radar. I mean, this guy is obviously not. I mean, yeah, I have a silenced weapon, and you should, like, you can still hear a silenced weapon when it's firing. You just, you know, it doesn't show up on your radar, and it doesn't sound as loud, but you still can hear it, especially if you're right next to the guy that's getting shot at. Not only that, but as you're watching your radar, I mean, he should have noticed that that triangle disappeared that was right next to him. I mean, I'm right there. He should have known that. He should have been able to turn around and get me. I got a Predator. I kind of failed. I should have actually dropped it right in the top of the glass roof. But I failed with that. And not sure why I didn't just go back to the glass house. But we're sort of going to defend here at A. I'm pretty sure he's coming in A, and there he is.
Good job, team.
Actually, I'm not even sure. That might have been another guy that wasn't in that greenhouse. Okay, so here's a B-side rush. A bit of variation. I don't like to go down the center. Like, if I go left here and go down the center, just because there tend to be snipers looking up that way, I'll usually plant a Claymore right at this truck. And not only is it an effective Claymore in and of itself, but if it blows and it doesn't happen to kill the guy, it'll also blow up that truck. So I'll either locate myself in and around this truck on this side of the fence, because usually when guys come up this hill, they're looking right and not left. And sometimes there's a couch to my left position there, and I'll position myself there. And I fail in the second guy. Again, he's not looking at his radar. He's not aware of what's happening, and I get up behind him and knife him. Keep an eye on your radar. As your opponents die, you're looking at your radar to see where their triangles disappeared from. And that Claymore just killed the guy. I mean, the Claymore actually worked. Didn't have to use the truck explosion to get him. So another position is right by that tree as we passed where that couch is. I'll crouch right in there and have my gun trained on that hill coming up as well as that truck on the right-hand side of the truck. And usually you can catch players coming up there. So we know guys are in at A, and the way we're going to go in here is actually my favorite way. If you've watched some of our offense videos, our offense for Estate, I'll always, not always, but I'd like to come up into this into the Estate that way. And we catch a guy at the top, and there's a guy down here crouched or prone, camping the bomb site, so we get him as well. Here's another A backside rush. Again, I really like this rush. Another variation of this that I've been using, sometimes guys will come up, there's another hill just on our right side to get up to that point where the logs are that I got into A the last round. And I've been varying it a little bit. I'll actually go up on those logs on defense and I'll aim down, and you can usually catch guys coming up that hill very, very easily. So there's a guy up here. We got Semtex. Again, these rounds are through various stages of prestiging, so normally we'd have a Claymore, but in this case we didn't have a Claymore unlocked. We're not level 31, and we have Semtex. So we have a Claymore. This guy's got Scrambler on. Scrambler is the worst perk in the history of the world. Do not use it. I mean, there might be some advantages for Scrambler Pro where you can delay the detonation of Claymores, but Scrambler is like basically telling your enemies, hey, I'm here. Come get me. So we're doing another backside A rush. Again, watching that right side. Always keep left, because as guys come up those stairs, they're looking straight ahead. And most guys in this game have tunnel vision, okay? That's a big advantage. If if you've got the ability to check those sides and just watch for movement, then you're going to be above a lot of people that play and who have tunnel vision, and you see it all the time. So here's another A backside rush, I guess sort of, because we're not really rushing here, but I guess I can talk a little bit about care packages. I do have it equipped in my Killstreak reward in Search and Destroy, and a lot of times you can get something half decent, but it does disrupt the flow of your game, especially when you're rushing, because as you rush, you're establishing timing as to when you see players, where you see them, where you can expect to see them. And getting a care package, it's a little difficult because you've already screwed up the timing at the beginning of the round. But in Search and Destroy, I recommend never using your care package or calling it in unless you're at the beginning of the round. Don't do it mid-round, because even if you have radar, guys have cold-blooded, and they may come behind you or whatever, kill you, and then take your care package or whatever. I mean, it's like basically telling them, hey, I'm over here, come get me because my care package is coming. So here's another B-side rush, and we're actually going all the way over to the right-hand side, but we do have radar, and again, you don't want to entirely depend on guys not having cold-blooded, but at the same time, you want to rush and get them. And actually, this guy does have cold-blooded, and we ran by him, but he doesn't have a silenced weapon, and we managed to get this guy's sentry gun, so that's always good. You can get in through this window. You have to blow the window out first, and we catch the guy up there, and the guy's planting. Now, I'm not sure about this grenade, so that's why I kind of get out of the way, and our teammate grabs the bomb defuse. But yeah, the grenade indicator came up. I'm not sure if he had martyrdom. He had been killed 3 times in a row or whatever. So that's why we sort of ran out of the way once we killed the bomb planter. So here's another B-side rush, but again, we have radar, so that's going to impact our rush a little bit. So we're basically just going to motor down the hill, and we catch a guy coming up. And there's 2 more guys up here, and you got to watch under these stairs or under this deck, because you can get people that hide under that deck. So just something to watch out for. The last guy's at A, and again, those 2 guys, I mean, they should have realized that their teammate got killed like right near their position. Even the one guy that was remaining at the end, I mean, he should have known. But anyways, here's another B-side rush.
It worked though, didn't it? We won. Isn't it all about winning?
And again, we have another radar. We plant our Claymore here at the truck, and then we're going to proceed probably down this hill and see if we can weed these guys out on the. One other thing I do talk about a lot in some of our videos is the use of a silenced weapon. And again, you see, without radar, you see guys lighting up like crazy in Search and Destroy, and hardly anybody uses a silenced weapon. And I really don't understand it, because, I don't think it has a really big impact on the weapon, and I can use the iron sights very, very effectively. I've been using mostly the MP5K and assault rifle, the Scar H, and Scar H has an awesome iron sight. I mean, you don't need anything else. There's a Claymore here, but there's a guy here, so I'm just going to sort of sit behind the Claymore and kill this guy. There's one guy left. I switched to my secondary quickly, and we managed to get him with the Striker. Hope you guys like that. That's our state defense for our Search and Destroy Rush series. We got plenty more where that came from on our channel, guys, and on our website, www.nextgentactics.com. I'm Spiderbite, and I am out of here.